cold nights, the pain of my heart. Cold, cold nights, my dreams are filled with fright. Cold, cold nights, driving me insane. Cold, cold nights, I kept a soul to blame.
Black Rain, Part 1. The night was a shroud of darkness, pierced only by the occasional flicker of streetlights that fought against the deluge. Rain cascaded down in relentless sheets, turning the streets of New Hollow into glistening rivers of shadow. The air was thick with the scent of wet earth, mingling with the distant echoes of thunder that rolled across the sky. It was the kind of night where secrets festered, where the unseen and the monstrous lurked behind the veil of normalcy. In the heart of the storm, a figure slipped through the night, moving with a predator's grace. Cloaked in a dark, weatherproof jacket, the man was a wraith, blending into the shadows that stretched across the cobbled streets. His footsteps were nearly silent over the waterlogged ground, the sound swallowed by the symphony of rain. This was his domain, a world washed clean, ready to be rewritten by the master of chaos. They called him the Black Rain Reaper. It was a name bestowed by a terrified public that had grown accustomed to terror in New Hollow. He struck when the heavens poured down, each storm a dark curtain that allowed him to creep unobserved. Families locked their doors tightly at night, hearts pounding as they remembered the nightly news reports of vanished souls. Jane Carter was one of those souls, a curious reporter with an insatiable thirst for truth. She had lost herself in the labyrinth of New Hollow's fears, striving to uncover the identity of the elusive killer. With a notebook tucked under her arm and her hair pulled back into a practical bun, Jane walked defiantly through the downpour, her determination igniting her spirit against the mounting dread. "I'm not afraid of him," she muttered to herself under her breath, although deep down, the chill of uncertainty gnawed at her. She believed that this night the storm would reveal something. Perhaps she could trace his steps, find a clue hidden among the raindrops and shadows. As she rounded the corner onto Mill Street, the sound of her footsteps was swallowed by the rain's relentless patter. The street was deserted, windows aglow with the silvery flicker of television screens, distractions that kept the world outside at bay. Her heart raced as she approached the barricade of yellow tape that cordoned off an alley where a body had recently been discovered. It was the most recent victim of the Black Rain Reaper, a young woman, vibrant and full of life, now reduced to mere headlines and hushed whispers. Jane crouched, her wet shoes sinking into the mud as she scanned the ground for anything the police might have missed. It was then she heard it, a faint sound, soft but distinct, a whispering echo through the downpour. She straightened, straining to listen, an instinctual shudder slithering down her spine.
Fool, taunting me, abused. Another lifeless body on the 6 o'clock news. Tears a river of pain, always in the rain. Can't escape the fate of a heart full of hate.